Did Putin and Russia hack the 2016 presidential election? That's the question. I'm Tim Black. Welcome to TB TV. If you were waiting for a smoking gun to appear at today's House Intelligence Committee hearings, if you were waiting for some type of revelation into whether the Russians hacked the election, then you're going to be disappointed. When asked under oath if the Russians influenced the tallying or hacked in the states, swing states, crucial swing states that gave Donald Trump the presidential win, James Comey said there's no evidence that Russia hacked the vote. Testifying before the House Intelligence Committee Monday morning, NSA Director Admiral Michael Rogers and FBI Director James Comey stated unequivocally that there was no evidence the Russians manipulated election machines to rig the vote. Asked by Representative Devin Nunes, Republican of California, if there was any intelligence to suggest the vote tallies in several states were tampered with, Admiral Rogers said, "No, sir." He prefaced his comment with the explanation that the National Security Agency would not be the best agency to answer that question, as they focus on foreign, not domestic intelligence. FBI Director Comey answered no to the same question. Now, the mainstream media has been deceitfully pushing the Russia hacked the election narrative for months. But according to FBI, according to the NSA, Russia did not hack the 2016 election and change votes. How many of you out there know people who actually believe that's what is meant by mainstream media when they say that the Russians meddled with our democracy or the Russians tampered with our elections? A lot of you, right? A lot of you know people who think that. But that's not what this is about at all. This is not about, did Russia get into voting machines? Did Russia change the votes, the vote count, the vote tabulation, voter suppression, or anything of that magnitude? This has all been a farce, folks. A farce. It's now clear the government has zero evidence to suggest that the vote was rigged. That is not to say that Russians were uninvolved in attempting to influence the election. FBI Director James Comey confirmed Monday that the Bureau is investigating Russian attempts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, including links between members of the Donald Trump campaign for president and the Russians. So they're investigating now to see if the Russians, they know the Russians tried to interfere in some way. But it was not to hack the vote. It was not to rig the vote. It was not to change vote tabulations. It was not to get into voting machines. None of this is what the FBI has uncovered, or the NSA. This is not my doing. This is not me trying to dissuade you from what they're saying. This is me just enlightening you and being very specific. People need to be very specific with their language here. Interfering. It's like someone shooting a shot at a basket. You could be interfering by yelling from the stands as they shoot. But did you come down and move the goalpost? No. Did you sew up the nets on the basket so the ball couldn't go through? No. Did you, did you deflate the ball? No. All you did was yell from the stands as they were shooting, hoping to distract them. This is basically all that they've come up with. And they haven't even, without circumstantial evidence, they haven't even come up with that, folks. Look, if the Russians got into our voting machines, if they flipped the vote or anything of that nature, I'd be the first one to tell you. But based on nothing I've read over the last year shows that, or last 6 months, shows anything even close to that. What they're alleging, what this is all about, is you finding out that there was collusion between the DNC and the media through the hacks. The exposing of the DNC's inner activities. That's what it's about. It's not about actual things physically being done to flip the vote. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Let me know what you think about this video. Comment in the comment section below and follow me. Join the revolution. I need your voice. I need you in it. Wake somebody up while you're at it. Tell them what's really going on, because people are walking around in fear that Russia changed our election like they got into some voting machines and flipped the vote. And that's just not true. I'll see you on the next one, and until we talk again, stay strong, stand tall.